Today we're going to be dividing monomials. We were multiplying yesterday. You need to understand what quotient of powers is. Okay, when you're dividing bases that have the same bases. Yesterday when we multiplied bases, we added exponents. So guess what you're going to do today when you divide bases? You subtract the exponent. So a and m divided by a to the p, you subtract m and p. So a is raised to m minus p. On this one, you have g cubed h to the fifth over g h squared. So you take g 3 minus 1. You take h 5 minus 2. Work those out. G squared h cubed. And there's your answer. Alright, we have k to the 7th, m to the 10th, p over k to the 5th, m cubed p. So I take k is 7 minus 5, which is 2. M is 10 minus 3, which is 7. P is 1 minus 1, so you get p to the 0. Does anyone know what p to the 0 is? Anything raised to the 0 power is 1. So you don't need to write it. It's not 0 because k squared and m to 7 would be 0 because they're times them by 0. So p raised to the 0 power is 1. Any questions? Alright, when we have a power of a quotient, okay, what we do is we just raise everything on the inside to that power. A divided by b, raise the m power, so am divided by bm. Easy enough. The first one is 3p cubed over 7 raised to the second power. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to raise everything to the second power. 3 squared p6, because when you raise a power to a power, you multiply, over 7 squared. 3 squared is 9. You have p6, and 7 squared, 7 times 7 is what?
49.
49. Do those reduce? No. So there's my answer. The second one, you'd raise everything to the second power, so 5 squared, x to the 10, y squared over 6 squared. 5 times 5 is 25. X 10 y squared over 6 times 6 is 36. Do those reduce? I think so. So there's your answer. A to the 0, you need to know this rule. Anything raised to 0 power is 1. Okay, so this all raised to 0 power. Guess what it is? It's 1. I have x to the 5th, y is 0 over x to the 3rd. Y0 is just 1, so we can get rid of it. 5 minus 3 is 2. So there's my answer. Alright, here's another rule. Anything raised to the negative power, we just flip and put it on the bottom. We make it a denominator. So anything that has a negative exponent, we flip and make it a denominator. We talked about that a little yesterday. That's why this is not a monomial, because it makes it with a variable on bottom, and we can't have that. So anything raised to a negative exponent, you flip it. It becomes on bottom. In this case, it already has a negative and it's on bottom. So where would I put it? On top. You flip its position. So first thing I do is I rewrite this with positive exponents, which there's nothing else I can do. So there's my answer. First thing I do is I rewrite this with positive exponents. 2 doesn't change. A squared wouldn't change. But I moved the a cubed up. B cubed doesn't change, but I got to move the b to the negative 1 up. I got to flip c to the negative 5 down, and I flip c to the 4th up. On bottom, I've got 10. I don't have any a's. Don't have any b's. I have c to the 5th. And then I combine my powers, a and a. When you multiply bases, you add exponents. Multiply the b's. C to the 4th. You subtract 4 minus 5. You would get c to the negative 1, which would put it on bottom. And then you also reduce 2 and 10 to get 1/5. There's your answer. Here's your homework.